sense of your background in music?
My mother put me in a choir when I was 8, the St. Matthias Choir in Westmount, and I got free music lessons, and they even gave us an allowance for participating, and my mom got free babysitting. And then when I was 16, I picked up the sax and started playing in Montreal ska bands. I was in Me Mama Morgenthaler, who were active and very successful from 1988 to 1995. And we've done 2 big reunions since then. And in 2020, we released a single called Racist Friend for a benefit concert called Montreal versus Racism.
And so tell me about how you got involved with the MusiArt choir that came into play.
My friend Kenneth over here, Johnson, sorry, Kenneth aka Johnson, invited me after I had been hospitalized at the Montreal General Hospital. And I already knew our director, Danny Bouchard, because in years prior I had been hospitalized at the Allen Memorial and I had music therapy sessions with him. So I was very familiar with Danny, and Kenneth brought me into the choir.
And how did that choir, add to your life? What is it that you appreciate?
Well, on a purely practical level, it got me back into reading music because in all the years I was playing in Montreal bands, we never wrote anything down. It was all done by ear. So all the music reading I had learned in choir had atrophied and I couldn't read music anymore. So by joining the choir, one of my big motivations was to relearn how to read music. So that was a big help.
And so coming to, there was talks about the choir having to disband. When you heard that news, how did you feel?
I felt horrible and I just thought this is the stupidest decision I've ever heard of.
Why is that?
Because it's so cheap. The choir is like about $45,000 a year to run. 98% of that budget is just one person's salary for 3 days a week, and it benefits so many people. We're such good ambassadors for the Montreal General Hospital and the psychiatry department. We're all volunteers. We don't get paid. We don't cost them any money. It's so effective. It probably prevents about $100,000 a year in hospitalizations. It saves them money if you really look at the impact it makes. So it was just a dumb penny pinching, bean counting decision made by some bureaucrats that don't know us, that have never talked to us, that have never asked us what this choir does for us, that have probably never come to our concerts, couldn't tell you where to buy our CDs, have probably never listened to our CDs, and are complete strangers to us.
And tell me, do you know where it is that this funding is now coming from?
It's coming from private donations. And I have a big problem with that because I think we deserve to be funded from Santé Quebec, from the healthcare budget. And I don't think I think the responsibility for supporting mental health therapy is being too much abdicated to the private sector when it really should fall under the taxes we pay.
And insofar as I was going to ask, what if anything you'd be asking of the government, but you kind of touched on that.
Well, maybe don't cut $1.5 billion from the budget next year, whoever's in charge,
And insofar as the future of the choir, now that you aren't facing termination.
Oh, it's a huge relief. I mean, what a relief. For the past 5 weeks, we've been stressing out, crying, breaking down, having heart-to-heart conversations about what comes next. And at least now that's been lifted. We don't have to worry anymore about what we're going to do. So it's an incredible blessing. And I'm so happy that, we were able, through our own advocacy and actions and the response from the media, who picked up on this story from day one, that our voices made a difference and that this will continue. But there's still a lot of music therapy programs that are being cut. And I hope that by setting a good example and continuing to set a good example, we can show that these programs really work and maybe bring them back in the future and, God willing, improve on them and expand them instead of cutting them down.
Well said. And I know originally the last concert was going to be scheduled for sometime this month.
March 19th was going to be our last concert.
Okay. Now, for those who are, looking to come and see you play, any other shows?
No, we just have March 17th at noon at the Montreal General Hospital theater entrance, and March 19th at 11 a.m. at the Allen Memorial Institute presentation room.
Perfect. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Thanks, Philly. from Montreal? Because you said you were in school in
I
Toronto.
was born in Toronto.
Okay, born in Toronto as well.
Came to Montreal in 1995.
Did you ever think about going back? I know it's.
My mother wants me to go back. She's 90 now, so we'll see.
That's amazing.
She lives in her own house
Really? Wow,
alone.
that's incredible. 90 and still, able to be self-sufficient.
Okay. So what is his name? John?
Johnson.
That's
That's John.
Yeah, John is coming or is staying there?
I'm gonna stay in here.
Okay,
all
right.
No,
Sorry.
no wrong answer. No wrong answer. Okay, hold on. Let me check this out.
Can you get the shirt in?
Hold on. You want to see the shirt?
Yeah.
MusiArt.
Not now, but. Okay, but we're gonna see your shirt when you're gonna play, right?
When I'm gonna sing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, no worry. Okay, look at Anastasia. Okay, Anastasia, I'm rolling.
All right. So if you can say and spell your name, please.
My name is Johnson, spelled Johhnson.
Perfect. And I know you said you want to be credited as or titled as Johnson, former choir member.
That's right.
Perfect. We do need a last name just for how we.
Johnson Kian.
Okay, Johnson.
Or KKK.
Okay. Okay. And so tell me how you first got your start in music.
I first started music by being a choir member at the St. Michael's Choir School in Toronto. I was with them from grade 3 to grade 11, and I learned to play the piano, and I sang soprano at first, and then alto, and then tenor, and then bass.
Gosh, all the parts.
Yeah.
And so at what point did you find your way to Montreal?
I first came to Montreal in '95. I was going to McGill to study sociology, and I ended up having my psychiatric problems follow me from Toronto. And then I found the choir, and I was with the choir for many years then. And I went to the Maritimes with the choir. I went to France with the choir. Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit more about the issues that you were dealing with?
Well, originally I was diagnosed as being bipolar or manic depression, and now I have symptoms of schizophrenia.
And so, what did getting involved in MusiArt mean to you?
Well, it was an outlet for me. I wrote 2 songs for the choir, and it was a place where I could go and express myself and ignite my choir ambitions. And also, I enjoy karaoke singing, but I don't know where to go now.
And so, when you learned, that the choir was going to be disbanded, how did you feel about the news?
Yeah, I was sad. Because it's a really good program that they have. But now that they're going to be under the auspices of Les Impatients, I might think about rejoining the choir, because I didn't really think it was appropriate to have a choir in the hospital. But now that it's going to be associated with the Mental Health Association, I'm thinking I might join the choir. Depends on how the travel is.
Can you share more about why you don't think that the hospital setting is necessarily best?
Well, like we would have concerts in the hospital, and sick people would be coming in the hospital while we were singing. So I didn't think that was appropriate. But we did have Christmas concerts at the Allen, and that was good.
And I know you and John mentioned earlier that you got John involved.
Yes.
Talk to me more about the sense of community that.
Well, I've known John for many years now, and I just introduced him to the choir once I knew that he was such a great musician. So, and he's an added benefit as a saxophone player for the choir.
And why do you think it's important now to keep the choir going? Of course, that it no longer has to be discontinued.
Yeah, the rebirth is awesome. I think it'll be very healthy to be associated with this also.
And And do you see the choir as, setting like a precedent for other programs?
Sure. Now, I believe there's already a choir, a women's choir with Saint Passion, and hopefully we can expand the choir members when we're there, when they are there.
Okay. So same starting question for you, if you can say your name and spell it.
My name is Sean Craig Robb. SHAWNROBB.
Perfect. Sean Robb.
Yes.
Perfect. And then how do you want us to title you?
Long-term member of the choir.
Choir member. Perfect. And so tell me how you first got involved with MusiArt.
MusiArt?
Yeah.
I had just been, I was at the fifth floor in the Montreal General Hospital for the psychiatric ward. And I had just gotten out of there, and Lillian Eyre was a music therapist at the Montreal General Hospital. And her and Dr. Bujo, Mary-France Bujo, they told me they have a choir, and they said they'd like me to try out to go to the choir. I did. That was 25 years ago, and I'm still going.
And what is it that's kept you, wanting to be involved?
I love the music. The great thing about the choir, the MusiArt choir, is you don't have to read music. You don't have to play an instrument. If you come and you use your voice and you have some creativity, you fit in. You fit right in.
And so I gather you are a singer?
Yes, I'm a singer.
Okay. Any particular part, like alto or alto?
I'm a tenor.
Tenor. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. And are you comfortable sharing, what issues brought you to the Montreal?
Well, for me, is I had a falling out with my friend, my girlfriend, and so I lost everything. We both lost everything. So I was in jail for a day, and when I got out, they told me you should go talk to the psychiatry, because I had already before that I had been at the Montreal General Hospital one time before that too. So a couple times in the hospital. But to answer your question is yeah. So I had nowhere to go, so I went to the hospital and they took care of me. And they helped me get into a group home, and I had the choir, and I actually got a job. I got a job for CAT for 25 years there too.
And so when you heard the news about the choir, how did you feel about the choir having to disband?
I was in denial because I was hoping that something would happen, something good would happen, and so like being in denial, I hoped what happened would happen. I didn't give up. Sometimes you can doubt privately. You can doubt privately, but if you show good faith, then good things can happen.
And now knowing that the choir will in fact be continuing, how do you feel?
I think that's awesome. I think it's okay. I spoke with Danny yesterday on the phone, and he says, Sean, it's okay. It's a good move to go to the impasse. He says he'll be in the background. Yeah. So like even if you have projects like in the island which are being canceled, even if they do get canceled, the choir can become a higher power, and they can come back. they can resurrect.
I say, when you say higher power, can you elaborate more on what you mean by that?
I think it's everybody will have their voice before 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 the church is raptured.
So you see the choir as setting.
And the
an
choir
example.
is the example. But if we have the means of a higher power, then we can dictate what happens to our friends, to our programs. And the government will have to listen to us.
I was gonna say you had some interesting thoughts earlier off camera about some.
Yeah.
Anything that you wanted to add?
Well, I know it might sound a little bit crazy, but here the thing is that government is making us sick, and so the new currency for the world is medication, and the choir is like a medication for a lot of us. We depend on it. We after we get involved in it, we can continue. We depend. It's the medication. The choir is like a medication. So to take that away from us is wrong. It's just wrong. The government has to think about what they're doing, and hopefully, with our influence, the right people can get healed.
Well said. Like, alternative forms of medication are important and valuable.
Yeah.
Probably even more valuable. You know, traditional forms, like you're saying. Anything else that you want to touch on?
No, I just want to shout out to everybody out there and say hi. Thank you very much for signing the petition. Thank you very much for the media and the Gazette, CTV, all of them. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much, because it takes a lot of pressure off us. So we know that the choir is safe. Something good happened out of it. And if something else happens in the future, it'll be even better.
Hoping for a ripple effect.
Yes.
I think we can end it there.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys clap and keep the beat, okay?
Okay. You want us to sing, right?
Yeah, sing. Sing the choruses and do oohs and
So
ahs.
we're
and-
doing You're My Medication.
Yeah.
You bring me down.
Now for those you go ooh ah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Who's the main singer? Who's the main singer?
Well, for this song it's me.
Okay.
This song, he wrote it.
You know what? I'm gonna put the mic.
Okay, let's practice.
You know, we
1, 2, 3, 4. You're my medication. You are my cure. Healing vibration. We need to clap with this beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're my medication. You are my cure. Healing vibrations. With you I'm secure. Being around you, my heart is assured. You're my medication, 100% pure. Ooh, ah. There you go.
I think we'll just sing the first verse.
We'll probably just sing the chorus.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do the chorus, okay? We're not gonna do the whole song.
Yeah, obviously.
And I'll do a sax intro.
Okay. Hold on. I don't see.
Just three.
Go ahead. Just for me for sound check.
1, 2, I'll do the sax
It's a sound
intro.
check. I'm not recording. It's a sound check.
Yeah, I know, but we're gonna practice.
Yeah.
So you guys clap. Can you memorize the chorus? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're doing sax intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're my medication. You are my cure. Healing vibrations. With you I'm secure. Being around you, my heart is assured. You're my medication. 100% pure.
Okay. So that was a rehearsal, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Now we're doing the right one, okay?
Right.
It's the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're my medication. You are my cure. Healing vibrations. With you I'm secure. Being around you, my heart is assured. You're my medication. 100% pure. Alakazam.
Okay, one more time. Now I'm coming next to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
3, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4. You're my medication. You are my cure. Healing vibrations. With you I'm secure. Being around you, my heart is assured. You're my medication. 100% pure. Yeah. Okay, I gotta go back in. I'm freezing.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Are you guys good?
I think so. I was just gonna ask. So, what rehearsals? Like, how often do you rehearse?
Tuesdays
Tuesdays. Okay,
at
so
10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning.
10 to
Thank you so
12,
much.
10 to
Okay,
12:30.
so
10
once
to
a
12
week.
for the choir and from 2:30 to 4:30 for the band.
Okay. Perfect. Thank
You're
you
my
so much.
dedication.
Take care.
Hey, your phone.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, the microphone. Okay.
Dear Kenneth, tell him to take.
Oh, you're not him?
Okay, perfect. So just to start off, if you can just say your first name, last name, and maybe tell me how long you've been a member of the choir.
Hi, I'm John Jordan. I've been a member of the Le Groupe MusiArt, a mental health choir, since the fall of 2019.
All right, perfect. And can you tell me, so we've just found out this latest update that after believing for the, after last month, having had been told that the choir would end, we now have a bit of a sigh of relief. Can you first tell me just how did you find out that the choir had been saved?
I found out, what are we today? I found out yesterday. I got the call from our director, Danny Bouchard, at around 2 in the afternoon. And yeah, he filled me in on the decision.
And just what was your reaction in the moment, like finding out what?
I had mixed emotions. I always had faith from the beginning that we could save the choir if we advocated for ourselves. It seemed to me like a no-brainer. This was such a stupid decision on the hospital's part. And fortunately, I have an extensive background in media relations and public relations and mental health advocacy, so I knew this was a good story. So we had incredible press response right from the get-go, and I knew there was a good chance that the hospital was going to have to do an about-face of some kind in order not to look like horrible bureaucratic monsters.
Yeah, that's correct. And can you tell me some about those mixed emotions, though? Because I understand that while this is a good news, it's still not the perfect scenario that you had maybe hoped for.
Well, we've won a small victory in a larger battle to save psychiatric aftercare services at the MUHC. So the choir ward is not the only program affected by the cuts. There was also music therapy at the Allen Memorial Institute, some of which, including the Women's Music Circle, was run by our co-director, Julie Minier-Laurin, who was working 3 days a week at the Allen and the General. And now she's been cut down to 1 day. So while MusiArt and the Women's Music Circle are moving over to Les Impatients, her other private one-on-one sessions and I believe her day hospital sessions are still being cut. And we also lost another music therapist, Julien, who I'm sorry I don't know his last name, who was also doing music therapy groups and one-on-one at the Allen, and his job is gone. And we're also, MusiArt is losing the heart, soul, and brains of the operation, our director, Danny Bouchard, who will no longer be working with us. So it's bittersweet.
Yeah. Can you tell me a bit about him and just what his contribution has been to the group?
Well, Danny Bouchard is really like the glue that holds everything together. You know, he supervises all the recordings. He works with people one-on-one and in a group. He's our guitar player in the band. He's a music teacher. He's a compassionate shoulder to lean on for everyone in the choir. He's a saint. He's just a pure saint. I can't say enough about how much compassion and dedication he's put into this choir since, I'm not sure exactly. You'd have to check with him, but I think he's came in 2008. So for 16 years, he's been giving this choir all of his attention.
And do you know, so has he been cut because of this? So is that part of the cuts, or
he hasn't lost his job? He's still the head of music therapy at the MUHC, but now that MusiArt and the Women's Music Circle have been shifted over to Les Impatients, it's fallen out from under his responsibilities.
Okay, I understand. Is there anything else at this point that you'd want to share with us? I think we're going to be keeping a close eye, obviously, on what's going on there. But just for now, with this update, is there anything else you want to add?
Well, as I said before, this is a small victory in a larger war. And I hate to break it to the MUHC, but I have not yet even begun to fight. And I'm not going to rest until I make as many inroads as I can. And I think the choir will be behind me on this, to not only preserve the music therapy at the MUHC, but to improve it instead of cutting it down to nothing. And to show them that they are just slowly but surely cutting off their nose to spite their face.
Well, you seem like you've got a lot of fight in you, so I'm going to keep a close eye on what you do, and certainly I'm sure we'll have the chance to talk again.
Thanks for reaching out, and thanks for covering this.
Of course, John. Thank you so much for your time, and please give a purr to your 3 kitties from me.
Will do.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Recording stopped.